KTM 890 Adventure Best Motorcycle Review Liquid-Cooled 8V Parallel Twin. The KTM 890 Adventure is the replacement for the 790 Adventure, which was only launched in 2019. The entry-level 890 will still sit in the middle of KTM's travel range, between the A2 license-friendly 390 Adventure and the 1290 behemoths. It's festooned with mechanical and electronic upgrades not only for more punch, but to make the KTM easier to manage, more refined, safer and enjoyable on the long haul. Like the outgoing 790, the new KTM 890 Adventure is an accomplished soft-roader and offers a more real-world alternative to the big, powerful, and sometimes unwieldy, full-blown adventure bike. It's pricey, but well-equipped, and its new engine mixes serious guts with a new level of refinement, making it easy to get on with, but it still has a tough edge. It's a fine-handling, sprightly tourer that will also breeze rocky trails, but it's a little too heavy for anything more spirited, especially for the inexperienced. It's slightly cramped for taller riders, but it's comfortable and reassuringly low for shorter riders. Ride quality and brakes. Non-adjustable WP forks are unchanged from the 790, but the shock now has rebound damping adjustment and a remote preload dial. The rear shock on the KTM 890 Adventure has some adjustment. An aluminum steering stem also replaces steel for lightness and extra flex. The 890 is stable, balanced, and with its suspension sprung on the stiff side of plush, you can chuck it around with confidence. New brake pads have extra bite, and Avon AV53/54 trail rider tires give decent all-round grip. The 890 has gained 7 kilograms, even with its new lighter subframe, which doesn't make a huge difference on the road, but weighing well over 220 kilograms with fuel, it's no lightweight enduro in the dirt. Engine. What a cracker of an engine! It's as exciting here as it is in the new Duke 890R, but for the 890 Adventure it delivers even bigger dollops of usable low and mid-range power, not to mention a healthy top-end kick, too, where it yowls like a V-twin. Fueling is spot on. The gearbox suite in our test at the World Launch Bike is fitted with an accessory Acropovic end can, which gives the motor more urgency and a deeper bark, but it masks the actual improvement over the 790. KTM claim 63 miles per gallon, which is a theoretical 276 miles to its 20-liter tank. It's out with the 790's slightly snappy power delivery and in with a mellower response thanks to a new crank with 20% more inertia. Now the KTM's engine has more momentum on and off the throttle, and while its main aim is to make it less of a handful in the dirt, it also makes for more fluid road riding. The 890's bored and stroked 103 brake horsepower motor not only has an extra 90 cubic centimeters, 9 brake horsepower and 8.8 FTLB of torque, there's a kitchen sink's worth of upgrades including new pistons, balancers, conrads, valves, springs, oil cooler, knock sensor, clutch and gearbox mods. With its newfound performance, fuel maps and traction control have been tweaked through the 890's 3 riding modes. There's now a 6-axis gyro for more accurate cornering ABS, and the system can tell an off-road wheelspin from a wheelie. During our test the electronics always stayed in the background, but they're reassuring to have when gravel and mud suddenly appear mid-bend. In its optional rally mode the rider aids release their grip to let you slip and slide off-road. The 890's bright color dash links to a KTM app via Bluetooth for calls, music and turn-by-turn Sat-in-AV. Reliability and build quality. On the plus side you get a 2-year warranty, roadside assistance, and wheel hubs are now anodized instead of powder-coated for durability. The 890 Adventure looks very well screwed together when new with great paint finishes, and there are a lot of 790 Adventure owners who've enjoyed trouble-free ownership, but there are those who haven't. There still seems to be quality control issues and plenty of reports of leaks, failures and breakdowns, all of which KTM work hard to resolve, so if you're serious about buying make sure you go to a reputable dealer. Value versus rivals. The 890 Adventure isn't cheap. With its capacity hike you can now talk about it in the same breath as machines like the BMW F850 GS and Triumph Tiger 900, both of which are cheaper in base trim. Although now much more powerful, the KTM still rivals the Yamaha Tenere 700, but the Yamaha beats it hands down on price, but comfortably undercuts Honda's Africa Twin. Equipment. You don't get fully adjustable suspension or top-line brakes and tires, but the 890 Adventure comes with just about everything else, including a color dash with Bluetooth connectively, a twin radial caliper setup, 3 rider modes, traction control and cornering ABS.